I'm not annoyed by it at all. Don't worry. If I was, you would know. Trust me. I don't parse words very much.
Oh, good. I enjoy harsh words. There's no problem with that.
Yeah, perfect.
Well, you kind of brought it up also with your answer before about certain interviewers or podcasters or whatever asking kind of the same questions over and over again. What do you feel that what questions do you feel that maybe podcasters or interviewers, shouldn't really be asking anymore? And then which ones do you feel that they're kind of missing out by not asking?
That's a really good question. I think that they miss out a lot. Like, what I actually really appreciated about the way that you interviewed is that you knew already some background and not just rehashing, everything that I've hashed out before on a million podcasts. I think so by doing a little bit of legwork and understanding, like, you went to school in Ashleigh, so like bringing up some of those things is really cool because it allows you to elaborate on them and not spend your time just talking about, the nuts and bolts of it. It actually lets you get to some of the more existential parts of it. So I think that was really, that's like a super great way. Again, like it just takes a little bit of research from somebody in a million podcasts that I've been on. I don't think people want to hear me say the same thing over and over again. I don't want to be boring. So I think that that's really a good way. I think that people don't use that enough to their advantage to ask really, and to see where the actual podcast takes you. I like that, you asked me other breweries that we would go to. It gave me a chance to, shout out my friends and not just find a way to shout out my friends anyways. Because I'd have found a way anyways to shout them all out. But actually giving me the opportunity to give a lot of people credit that, are really important to me, in this industry. And then I think just again, asking about, I get to tell, parts of my story, just my journey. So I think, just a little bit of research and trying to think about things from other angles besides the standard ones is a good one. So hopefully that answered it.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, that's what I've been trying to do with this as well is like ask the questions that, you may get it asked before, but like obviously everyone's brains work differently, but I will hear an answer and then there'll be something in there that I want to like really dive into or like go even further into. And so for me, like, I'll put questions together. And also anybody doing any interview ever, do any research whatsoever before you talk to anybody, because like you said, the same, like, how'd you get into beer? Why'd you start this brewery? What, blah, blah, blah. Like the same questions over and over again. Like I guarantee that's what I hate sometimes about having to do some of the research is that I hear people ask the exact same questions that I know everybody else has asked. And I'm like, did you not hear anything? Or did you not even like read anything that they did? Because, you already have that answer. It's right there. Or if it's on their website or, it's on their, Instagram bio, like, are you doing any research or are you just, winging it? And so I've tried to change that with this podcast is because I don't want to be the podcast that everybody has the exact same, questions for and the exact same answers for, because if you are asked a question that you haven't been asked before, you don't have an already like triggered response of like, oh, well, they're asking this, so I could just say this, as opposed to you actually having to think about it and be like, oh man, I didn't, so it helps you and it helps obviously everybody else because you get to hear different sides from people, and that's really kind of at the end of the day why you are listening to most podcasts, really.
Yep, exactly. I've gotten to the point where I kind of end up just like dictating what I want to talk about. So I've done enough of them that I'm like, I'm tired of talking about that. I'm going to talk about anything else that I want to talk about, here. So anyways, it's good. Everything great. So I appreciate
Fantastic.
that.
Well, good. So I have a segment on the show. I call it the 5 count. It's just 5 random questions. Just answer as quick as possible.
Okay. All right. I'm ready. Got my coffee in front of me. So I'm good.
Oh, good. Well, I guess first off, how do you take your coffee?
Black. Unless I drink a cortado, which I really like.
Ooh, those are delicious.
It's either super bougie or not bougie at all. Actually, I usually have 2 coffees. Yeah, I usually have 2 coffees. If I go out for coffee, I get 1 cortado and 1 black coffee. Drink the cortado while the black coffee cools down.
There you go. I like that. All right. So if you were on America's Got Talent, what would your talent be?
I'm really good at drunk cooking. Like,
Ooh.
like really good. Like, I always wanted to have my own show where instead of like, there was a show called Take Home Chef, and they would like, the guy would go and he would meet people in the grocery store, but I would do it like at 2:00 in the bar, and we would go stop at 7-Eleven, and we'd get to your house and we'd have to make a gourmet meal in 30 minutes. So yeah, drunk cooking. I'm like really good at using whatever's in the fridge. Like I can make a gourmet meal. My husband's always like, "Where did you come up with this?" And I'm like, "I got this. Don't worry. I'm ready." So yeah, I'm a really good drunk cook.
I feel like this would be a real big hit on your Instagram.
I think so too.
I mean, you've got everything there. You've got the alcohol. You've got the food. Just put them together.
Yeah, just put them together, exactly. And, you know, a little bit of mess there, too. And obviously a dog maybe stealing a sausage off the table, too. You know, you gotta have elements of surprise in there.
That's what people really want to see, is a dog stealing something off a table.
And it happened one time. We came back from a bar in Buena Vista, and Buena Vista has, like, no places open, like, late for food. And so if you don't eat by, like, 8:30, you're over. Anyways, we ended up back at my friend's house, and I was like, I got this. Don't worry about it. We ended up making fried rice. And my dog stole, like, half a pack of bacon. Like, I was like, damn it. But anyways, we still got our fried rice. Everything was good. But, you know, again, element of surprise. You got to have a little of that in there.
Yeah. If you were a pro wrestler or MMA fighter, what would your name be?
Oh, man. Probably Ashleigh. That's what everybody used to call me.
Anybody named Ashleigh, I think that's always their nickname, and I'm curious. There's got to be other ways to include.
Yeah,
cool
just
names.
Smash. Yeah. Or something neurotic, because I'm kind of neurotic, so you know. The dark and twisties. Yeah, I got that.
Ooh,
so.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
What are you nerding out on right now?
Well, the Narcissus book just came out in English.
Oh.
Traditionally only been in German. So I've been reading that, and we have like a flotation tank and a bunch of traditional stuff. So I like to go back every once in a while and, you know, see if the things that I once believed I still believe based on my experiences and based on you know, what we've done in beer and stuff like that. So it's always good to not get complacent and to kind of see where you are on the cutting edge of traditional technology, you know. So a lot of that recently. And then our taco days are very much, like I talked about at the very beginning, our taco days are very, very important around here. My husband got me a corn mill for Christmas last year, so we actually nixmolate the corn and grind it ourselves. So it takes like 2 days to prepare for taco day. So I'm about to grind some corn up here and trying to make 10,000 tortillas if I can, you know what I mean?
Wow.
So I can get really good at that. So yeah, so those are the kind
awesome.
of the two things I'm nerding out at this moment.
That's amazing. Who or what inspires you?
It's gonna sound super cheesy, but I am constantly in awe of just like other people, how they can have their shit together. Like, as I feel like I don't a lot, and just like seeing how people, you know, run their businesses. A lot of my friends, you know, find a way to shout them out, but you know, the way that they look at the world and how they came to the conclusions they came to and how I came to the conclusions I've come to. And I don't know, I think people are very interesting. I am kind of an introvert, but I'm kind of not. It's kind of strange. But I really am, you know, being around people to a certain extent kind of inspires me. I get to go, you know, travel quite a bit, which is really exciting. And I get to meet people from all different places and see what their outlooks are like and see, you know, how they, again, came to the conclusions they came to. And so I'm constantly inspired by, you know, what other people are doing in other places with different challenges. So, yeah.
I love that.
There's a lot of people. It's kind of all encompassing, but it's true. I kind of look around and sometimes I get caught up in what I'm doing a lot and forget that there's a lot other things going on around me, and you know, people also have different challenges than I do. So yeah, just how they overcome those and do it. I think that's the athlete in me.
That's perfect. And what would you tell your 17-year-old self?
Oh man, have more fun. I was kind of a stickler. I kind of kept my nose down, you know, and like honestly, a lot of the things just weren't as serious. I mean, I think everybody would tell their younger self that it's not that serious. You're not going to remember that person or that guy or that teacher, and it's not going to affect your life, and you're going to get to where you need to go. And if you don't have that many friends, it doesn't really matter. The ones that you do have will be around for a long time. You don't need to worry about trying to impress people.
Now, if people wanted to find out more about y'all, visit the brewery, come see y'all, how can they do all the things?
You can go to our Instagram, Bierstadt.lager.com. We are, if you see us on a beer fest, like flyer or something, there's a 90% chance that one of us will be there. So, and we're always happy to talk to people. So, I'm a big proponent of where our beer is, I want to be. So, we were just in Japan doing a tap take over there. I was there. My husband and I were there. When we go to Firestone, we'll be there. If you see us on a small beer fest thing, chances are, again, we'll be there. So always come and talk to us. Like, I love talking to people about what we do. It's kind of my favorite thing. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And the more opportunity to tell people why we do what we do, the happier I am.
So true. Ashleigh, thank you so much for your time. I've loved this conversation, and I can't wait to see, what the future holds for y'all. And I am definitely, going to add y'all to my list for when I go up to Denver next.
Fantastic. I live a 3-minute walk away. It's like my living room. So
nice.
Come on down, shoot me a message. I'll meet you down there for a beer if I can. Happy to.
Perfect.
Love to.
Love it.
So, yeah, it's my favorite place. So there you go.
Thank you so much to Ashleigh for being on the show. Again, if you're in the Denver area, definitely check out Bierstadt Lagerhaus. It is that time of year. We are definitely doing all the German beers, and it is going to be amazing. So you're going to have fun there. And, if you want to send some stuff our way, we're not going to be upset by that. If you're going to do that, make sure to reach out on our social medias. It is Brewsers Pod. That is BREWSERSPOD on the Instagram, the Threads, and the Twitter. If you want to send us an email, it is brewserspod@gmail.com. If you want to follow me directly, it is Rody John. That is RODIEJON. Rody John is the name on the Twitter and on Untappd. In case you want to find out what I'm drinking, we can have a beer together. If you want to follow me on the Instagram or the Threads, it is official Rody John. So until next time, make sure to enjoy life, drink local, and cheers.